Hi students and friends, welcome to the channel Learn and Teach by Sir Ayaz. In this video, I will start the new topic for grade or level 8. The name of the topic is light and the learning outcomes are from the book International Lower Secondary Science Book 3 published by Marshall Cavendish. Let's begin with the learning outcomes for this lesson. To describe evidence to support the idea that light travels in a straight line, to represent the path of light as rays, to explain that light may be absorbed, transmitted, or reflected when it hits an object, to recognize that materials may be transparent, translucent, or opaque. Light travels in a straight line unless it is blocked. You see in this picture the light source, which is bulb here. This is light source. 3 cardboards, 1, 2, 3 cardboards, and an eye on the left hand side. There is a small hole on each cardboard, and they are also aligned in line. If we will move any one of the cardboard, we won't be able to see the light. This proves that light travels in a straight line. When a ray of path of light is blocked, shadow is formed. When a ray of light is blocked, shadow is formed. On right hand side, we see the flying crow and its shadow at the bottom. And on the left hand side, we see people walking on the beach. We can see lots of shadow here as they all have blocked the ray of light. These are the shadows. Shadow is formed by any object, material, living organisms once a ray of light is blocked. This is the picture of vase. And you can also see the shadow formed behind it. This is the shadow. Shadow is a region of darkness, but there will be two regions, one with the complete darkness and other with incomplete or partial darkness. This region is of complete darkness, and we call it umbra. The region with partial darkness is known as penumbra. This is penumbra. Because this is the region of partial darkness. Ray is the path on which the light travels. A bundle of rays is known as a beam of light. It can be parallel, divergent, or convergent. A divergent ray is like bundle of rays spreading out. Spreading out. And convergent rays is like merging of a bundle rays. What happens when a ray of light hit an object? The ray of light which bounced back on striking object is reflected. The ray of light which bounced back on striking an object is reflected. If it passes through an object, it is said to be transmitted. Through an object, it is said to be transmitted. Light can also be absorbed by some objects or materials like black bodies absorb light and become hot. Transparent materials or objects. Some objects or materials allow all the light to pass through them. They are known as transparent materials or objects. So I will write objects which allows all the light to pass through. Are known as transparent materials or objects. Some examples of transparent objects like glass measuring cylinder. This one is glass measuring cylinder. And day curtain, etc. Translucent materials or objects. Some objects are translucent, that is, allows only some light to pass through them. To pass through them. Here are some examples like frosted glass window, tracing papers, rice papers used in calligraphy. Now you will define translucent materials. Opaque materials or objects. Opaque objects or materials does not allow any light to pass through them. Objects which does not allow any light to pass through them. There are lots of examples in our daily life, like wooden objects, plastic objects, and these materials. You see different objects here. They all are examples of opaque materials or objects. Opaque materials form shadows because they block the ray of light. So here's a summary of this video lesson. Light travels in a straight line unless it is blocked. Shadow is formed when a ray of light is blocked by an object. A ray is a path on which the light travels. A bundle of rays is known as a beam of light. It can be parallel, divergent, or convergent. Objects which allows all the light to pass through are known as transparent objects. Objects which allows only some light to pass through are known as translucent objects. Objects which does not allow any light to pass through are known as opaque objects. The ray of light which bounced back on striking an object is reflected. If it passes through an object, it is said to be transmitted. Thanks for watching. Press like and share my video. For more videos, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon.